Gratitude towards Swamiji. Yesterday, after evening prayer on the beach, Chamandev hugged me and I got scared and went to GD. I don't like these things, DD and GD, and we reduce people. Why we reduce people? It is not a whiskey. Gyandev, how beautiful it looks when you sound it. Gyandev. The very pronouncing sends some message, some vibration, some communication. GD, it is a hit, isn't it? Though we think that it is because of love. No. Aju, Manu, what is this? When you say Ajay, Manish, how it sounds? We are so miser. That is why all the time we are constipated. In every sense we are constipated. We cannot respect this much to say Gyandev, full name. We find some word and just and went to GD, and I was showing my feeling to you by sight. In the night I was witnessing, I felt sexy feeling and I did it with my fingers. After I heard the noise of GD and few more sadhak laughing or talking, so I went there. There I sat and I saw Chamandev was observing me, and I tried my level best to be anonymous, and your Mitta was with me. Mitta is a Vipassana word. What it means? Mitta?
Like blessing.
Blessing, guidance, or teaching, or whatsoever. Anonymous, and your Mitta was with me, and in the morning I was very upset and did not went for morning Nath Brahma. I did it in my room for a few minutes, and I did all my work. As sadhak came out from the hall, my fear was at a peak and tried to witness, took my breakfast with sadhaks, and as I came in my room, I burst out like mad. These things are happening to me since my marriage. Since it was parents' will and I was expecting GD, and after my marriage GD born within a period of 8 months and 10 days. So that was second shock, that how it can happen, but it has happened. After that, even when GD was 8 months old, they did sunnat by one barber, as it was a custom in our family, and he got hurt. Seeing all these things, I used to feel very sad, but I was helpless, and once it happened that he fell in the middle of the sea, but by the grace of God, he was saved, was breakdown, and as now is always there, make fight between mind and body. Masuma has written this. This was lying when I went back yesterday in my hut. So I could not see basically when I came here. Otherwise, we had a really something profound to talk. So I decided I will talk today. Maso. It shows what has happened. GT is with me more than 8 years. So since you are in that sense, but since 3-4 years you are also with me, asking always what is bhakti and prayer, what is samarpan, what is love. This is the real question, though there is no question. But this is the real thing to say, to ask. Not about surrender, not about love, not about devotion. But always we talk about that only. We should talk where we are. What is this is the real problem. And see the courage. Their 2 sons are here. She was always afraid. I always wanted to know if somebody comes near to me, if I become concerned, I become not only concerned with him, but about his whole family. I always ask, Dhyan Dev, how is your mother? What is this? What is that? Go on asking. Because you cannot be healed totally unless the whole is healed. The family, the connections, the relatives, the parents. You cannot be happy unless everybody is happy. You cannot be selfish in this, especially. You cannot do anything, but at least you can have this kind of feeling in your heart. कि सबका मंगल हो, सबका शुभ हो, everyone should be happy. Now, how he can be healthy and whole if the mother, which is connected to him like anything, is not healthy? So when you have to work on Gyandev, you have to work on his mother and his father and his brother and so on. Here it is not just a formal happening, just a camp that we gathered and did Osho meditations. It is something much more, even you cannot conceive it. And you can see through this letter. This letter says everything. The most afraid woman, she cannot even bear that somebody is sitting near to her. She gets scared because of the other's vibration. Because she is so sensitive and receptive, immediately she gets the vibration and something happens to her. She is so fragile. Now she is here. Today is 38th, 39th day with everybody, participating in everything, being with everyone, the most weakest one. And now see the power of asking. She forgot that she is a Mohammedan. Mohammedan people are too repressed. That is why they are so violent. The more repressed you are, the more violent you become. And what society and our religion and our culture and our parents does to us, see in this letter. She was very young when she got married. And here you cannot go and find your own beloved. Not possible. And then you remain in that kind of atmosphere which is just coming since thousands of years of repression. His husband is a painter, a poet, a writer, novelist. He's an artist. Now, artists and painters and poets always lives in their own world. All the time. They live in words. They never live in the reality of the factuality, what is around. All the time in the head. When you bring a woman in home, a alive person, she should be taken care of. But nobody bothers, especially in Mohammedan community. Nobody bothers about the women. They are like a thing. Not even thing is more respected and taken care of. But women, no. No love, no care. And there is a poor family, no money also. Busy all the time, all the day. When he feels some urge, then he will come, persuade the woman, does his job and goes away. A woman needs a lot of love, feeling, respect, needed, cared. Nothing she got. I am not saying anything against her husband. I'm just stating a fact. This is not our concern, but that is how things are. She suppressed her in each sense so much. That is why you see what is happening here. It is coming out. Why it is coming out? Because it is allowed to come out. Why it is allowed to come out? Because there is an understanding, there is love from, not from my side, not from Osho's side, but from all of us. We are here to heal each other, to give a little health to each other. We are here not to condemn, not to probe, not to judge, not to see faults, but to help each other. And for that you have just a simple attitude and things start happening. Things have happened. Here is Suparni and Rajkumar also. They are coming to my camp since few camps they are coming to my camps, but they never told me their relationship. First time they told me their relationship, how it is going on and what is what. Why you hide? Because you are afraid that other will misunderstand and will use you, will condemn you, will feel you guilty. That is why you never allow yourself to be open. So Masuma, this is a very, very good sign that you are not afraid. That is the first step one should take. Why to afraid? For whom? Here Abid is not. Here you meet your own people. He is with you since many years, but really he is with you even for a moment. Here nobody in a way relates to you, but everybody is your relative without any relation. On some deeper level, on some subtle level. This is a real family. This kind of family is needed. Where we appear many, or few, or 40, But deep down, we remain one. Like an ocean, different waves. So what? Big wave, smaller, what difference it makes? Wave is wave. Small becomes big, big becomes small. It appears, it disappears. So what? But ocean remains as one. This is the real case when you are going to realize that you appear many, but there is only one. Every Buddha is talking only that. Awal Allah Noor Paya Kudrat ke saband hai. What it means? He has become many. And he remains again. He remains one. We are one somewhere. All the struggle, all the problems comes through the mind, created by the mind. Mind is created by culture, by society, by past. Here we have reached. This culture has gone. Still we love our culture. Throw it in the ocean. What culture? Not even shit. Better than shit. You what? And she's afraid of men. Because she made that way. Why too afraid of men? Why too afraid of women? It is nothing but conditioning. We are conditioned that way and we accept that conditioning. We become one with that conditioning. We identify with that conditioning. But it does too much harm to us. If somebody comes and hugs, what is wrong? On the contrary, it is more nourishing, it is more beautiful. Especially when the opposite is there. What is wrong? But you become afraid. And your sexuality aroused. Now the husband is not here. What to do? So one can use the fingers. If somebody comes near a woman or woman goes near to a man, not necessarily that one has bad intention. One simply wants to share his moment of love, of happiness, of joy. When you are happy, when you are blissful, when you are joyous, you would like to share. When you are sad and suppressed and depressed, you go somewhere, hide yourself, and even don't like to look at someone. Or if someone looks at you, you feel very bad. But when you are happy, you run to find some person to share that energy because you can contain that. And here, a lot of energy is there. Only energy. You listen music which I played at Hindi time. How much energy it contains. When there is more energy, it can be used to rise above the mind. If there is no energy, you cannot rise above the mind. You will be falling below the mind all the time. When you fall below the mind, that is called a negative mind. You have all sorts of negativity in it. Just notice, when you're full of energy, you are positive. When you have less energy, low energy, you are a negative. Isn't it? And all Osho techniques are energy techniques. Why? And when there is a lot of energy, you feel happy. You feel peaceful. You feel fresh, energized, centered, quiet, loving, sharing, caring. And when you are low, with less energy, abusing, condemning, complaining, judging, all the negative things. Masuma, now you have taken first step. Go on rising on this stair until you reach on the top. Reach on the roof. Don't be afraid of Habib at all. You have two sons. They will take care of you. Is it possible that I love GT and not her mother, his mother? Is it possible? But nobody understands me. Takes me for granted. Because I'm such a simple man. No do and don'ts. Never manipulate anybody. That is why they take me for granted. I don't mind. I go on doing what is needed. I'm using this word because this is the language we have. Actually not doing anything. But not resisting. Once you are there, if you're really there, this will happen to you. And if it is not happening, you can see that it has not happened. There you cannot become miser. There you cannot hold back. There you cannot resist to help people. There you cannot resist to be unconditional. You are going to be unconditional. You may appear sometime that you are conditional and calculative, but that is the understanding who is connected with you. He can see what he can see. He can know what he can know. But not afraid, not bothered. I was worried whether she is coming in 40 days camp or not. Because even Dhyan was very much busy in his office, and office is not going to allow 40 days holiday. Never it has happened in the history of star movies, and he is applying for the 40 days. I never pressurized him also. Said that you come. Somehow he managed and he come. Even up to the last moment, I was not aware whether you are coming or not. She is the one who is last in the list, who paid the camp fee. But at last she also came. And now onwards you will be a different woman. Healing only can start when you are not afraid. When you are not afraid to expose your sicknesses, your wounds, your hurts. There are other extreme also. There are people, they don't have basically something to say, but they will create so many things that I have this disease and this disease, and they will make it so big that it is uncurable, and in not even America it can be cured. That is the other extreme. And one extreme is that you hide the real problem. Then how you can be given the helping hand? I am happy because of you. Now other people will also be more daring, not hiding their stuff. In the night I was witnessing, I felt now in their culture, in their society, in their conditioning, they cannot even talk to other person, principally. They cannot even show their face. Okay, her husband is educated, a painter, little modern, little open, so he allowed many things. But the society enters so much in our head and sits there and dominates that you have to do this, you have not to do this, you cannot touch any man, a man should not touch you, things like that. But what to do about the needs? Sex is the greatest need after the food. What to do with that? You cannot suppress this energy. This energy should be understood, should be welcomed, respected as a guest. You should have that kind of criteria. Now a husband does not love, even does not bother when she needs sex. When he needs sex, he has the permit, he has the license. But when the woman needs, then no. He is busy in his painting or in his novel. Then what one does? One knows only one thing: suppress it. When you suppress, you become crippled. Energy becomes devilish. They gain more power. Have you ever seen a spring? You suppress the spring. You put the pressure. It will hold the pressure. It will bear the pressure until you are powerful. Okay, you keep on pressuring it. The moment you are little tired, you have less energy, it will jump. Isn't it? When it will jump, with force it will jump. With a lot of force. And we mess with this energy like anything. That is why I said before, if you create a healthy society who have healthy sex, there is no need of religion at all. Religion are created on the basis of suppressed sex. But now there is a hope. And I saw Chaman was observing, and I tried my level best to be anonymous, and your Mitta was with me. And in the morning I was very upset and did not went for morning Nad Brahma. I did it in my room for few minutes, and I did all my work. As Sadhak came out from the hall, my fear was at a peak. What was the fear? Now the husband is not here. Nobody is looking. Nobody is bothered, but the fear is inside. The conditioning is inside, that if my son knows then what he will say me, and if my husband knows what he will say to me, I will be killed. Don't worry. All the fears are just fear. From the very first day I am telling you, there is no need to be afraid. Allow. Allow things to happen. And I told you, be passive. If you allow both, when you are passive and allowing, you are aware also, which I don't use the word. I don't use the word passive awareness. Krishna Murti uses the word choiceless awareness. Nobody understands what it means, choiceless awareness. We use the word awareness, but we don't mean it. What is awareness? When you remain passive, all that energy which goes to act is saved. That energy becomes the light. Energy turns into light. The light turns into pure knowing. Pragya, bodh. It becomes a bodh. In that light, things subside. They are healed. They go away. And because you are not active, not doing any act, either for or against, there is no I, there is no doer. Because there is no doer, so everything smoothly happens. If you have really understood remaining passive, there is no need to remember the word awareness. Awareness will come its own. And we are so much habitual of doing something, acting immediately, reacting immediately. That happens in a spur of moment. Identifications happens instantly. But slowly, you can have the knack. Once you have the knack, you will see the life is getting transformed. And there is no need, and here we can help each other if it is really needed. What I mean is, if somebody comes and hugs you, one can start from me. You can go and hug people. Why not? What is wrong? Your sons understand. They will be really happy. They have no conditioning. Now they are with me since 8 years. This much I can say. They will be really happy. Even if they get shocked or hurt, let it be there, because then they will come out of it. They will be rising above. That is what we are doing here. That somebody pushes our button are pushed with so many circumstances, with so many situations, and something we see a new furniture in us. Immediately we can put it into the corner or give it. That if your needle is dropped here, you have to look here, you have to find it, not there. What I mean? You go and look there, because there is a light, and here it is a down. And your needle is fallen in down. So you have to look in down. Bhagwan Das once commented that if this is the greatness of Bach flower, then why Masuma is not closed? This is the logic. Hoja? Foolish logic. Bach flower can do its job. It's something else. Now, if there is a sex problem, love problem, a man is needed or a woman is needed, and you are asking about devotion, we are going every evening. That is the devotion period. When we are Sufi, dancing with Sufi, we are devotion. Since 40 days we are devotion. Devotion cannot make disappear sex problems. It has its own dimension. So problem should be solved where it is. Otherwise, when you are problematic, you are not at ease, you are not healthy, your behavior, your life, your relations, everything is going to be in a mess. Where is the mess? What is the real problem? It should be solved there only. But we think maybe meditation will help us. On the contrary, meditation will create more problem because it will bring in the light. The whole thing it will bring in the light. And there becomes an urgency to handle it quickly. She has written very short, so there is even more big story about the birth of JD and so many other things, less money. And things start happening. Since she met me, and I saw her, she was in Pune for more than 1 year. Almost each day, I asked Dhyan, how is your mother? What is new? What is today's story? Okay, now we have to do this, now we have to do this, now this will be good, that will be right. Now they cannot tolerate each other. Dhyan has big house, 2 big bedrooms, 1 hall, 1 kitchen, balconies. But her mother cannot stay with him for even single night. Okay, if you are Western people, we can understand. But in India, in one room, 20 people, 8 people, 10 people, 4 people, 7 people, in one room. When they were living together in Bombay, it was a 1-bedroom flat, maybe not more than 400 square feet. And there were 4 people. But now Dhyan cannot afford to keep her mother with him. And mother also does not want to be there, that you will be disturbed because of me. If we remain in this way indifferent, then the proper work is difficult, taken care of properly at their own place. So here, Masuma, I just would like to convey you no need to be afraid of anyone. Just come out. Be just natural. Allow things. I'm not saying go and do this and do that. That will be other extreme. Don't just jump and go on the other extreme. There's no need. Just be open, allowing things. Let them happen. Just clothed with it. Yes, what you want to ask?
I'm not afraid of others. In fact, they are afraid of me because of my mind and my wildness. My family is afraid of me, not I am afraid of them because of my wildness.
So let them. So what?
No, so that is why I can't stay. No? If they say also.
No, I'm not saying you go and stay. That is not the question.
No, but they are.
That is not the question.
Because of my mind, I'm afraid and I prefer to be alone.
But when you will be all right then? They are your son, they should at least go through little. Why they?
I don't want them to suffer. Alice is with me to suffer.
Yes. But he should also suffer.
He had suffered before.
Okay. He has his quota. Now the third is suffering.
Yeah, third last.
Masuma, what has happened to you? Don't let it happen to anybody else, especially at least in your family. You are making one more Masuma. Are you aware? Now that girl is there. She will become Masuma, next Masuma. But you never thought. Yes.
No, but that is why I'm not meeting her, because the moment we both meet, and if I drop little, she'll get.
No, I am saying something else. What has happened to you? It should not happen to her because of this guy, because of your son. He can become a next Abid. So I am worried about that.
Even I do.
Yes. You have second question also, which basically is just a clarification. Puja Guruji, with Satish Vasudev, it happens that his energy was pulling me in silence. He said that he is a Mangalik, and even I too. Mangalik is an astrological term whose Mars is very powerful. If woman has a powerful Mars and man also has a powerful Mars, so they don't match. Or if woman has more powerful Mars than the man, then women becomes very dominating. So it is an astrological term. He said that he is a Manglik, and even I too, she is also Martian. Means Mars powerful. When I looked at him, I found a Kaya personality in him. So after silence was over, he wanted to share his feelings, and I was listening. After sharing, he said that my wife died, my son died, my son did suicide, but I did not cry. In fact, I used to drink every day. I had given up for 6 months, both the time, all because of meditation. As he said that I had a small prayer for you, and you should not cry whatsoever happens. Why? Why should not cry? Now he is drinking or trying to do meditation, but he has not cried. He is suppressing his crying, his weeping, and suggesting also that you should also suppress. You should not cry. Here we are for crying only. And I go very scientifically, methodically. But you people sometimes don't cooperate. So I have to cooperate with you. Actually, what is happening now should have happened in the first 10 days. That is how the schedule and the structure is made up, the design. In the beginning, first 10 days, you should get hurt like anything. Everybody. But at that time you remain sane, very cultured. But then it starts happening later on. I use all cathartic methods in the first 10 days. Then we go deeper and I do different type of techniques which are less cathartic. This crying kind of thing should be finished within 10 days, first 10 days. Then we can go deeper because then we have less weight. We can go high because we are less burdened. As he said that I had a small prayer for you and you should not cry whatsoever happens, but I told him I will try my level best because things which are just happening and is not in my hand. That is true, it is not in your hand. But to continue with all this, slowly, whatsoever is happening to us, slowly, it becomes our conditioning, it becomes our habit. It goes in the pain body. We form a totally new body which is totally alien, acquired. Then it also needs food, nourishment. Suppose all the time, if you are with vikaras, with your rachans, with your catharsis, then it becomes a habit. Then if you don't do it, you feel empty. It becomes like a drug. It should not become like a drug. Manmohan, it becomes like a drug. Keep in mind. It should have its own duration when it should be finished. If you just carry on, it means you love it. It is going on and on and on with your sport only. You should take your hand back, don't sport. That is why, my dear, a guide is needed. That is why, my dear, from your side, a trust, a cooperation, a surrender is needed. When you surrender, it is not that you benefit to whom you are surrendering. For your own benefit, it is needed. The cooperation is needed for your help. But we take everything just tipsy-turvy, topsy-turvy, what? Topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy?
Yes.
Okay, topsy-turvy. Masuma ji, now it is already too much. Now you should come out. No more racham, no more kathars. It's enough. It does not mean that it goes on coming. It becomes a unconscious something, mechanical conditioning. Then it wants to repeat itself again and again. And if you don't do it, then you feel you are empty. On the one side, there is no love, no understanding. At least I have this much to experience myself that I am. Then we get attached, identified to the negative dimension. You understand? That is the problem of this. We should be just healthy and whole. And it is a very, very thin line. Very, very thin line. And without a help, without a guide, it is not possible. हो जाए चाय बात करनी हो तो कर लें। संभवतः शायद कल बात ना हो पाए, इसलिए जो भी बात करनी है बात करें। परम पूज्य चैतन्य प्रभु प्रणाम। विदाई भाव सबसे पहले अपने सदगुरु को प्रणाम करता हूँ, जिन्होंने 40 दिन तक हमारे चैतन्य को जगाने की अमृत धारा की वर्षा की। ये सब कुछ नहीं होता कि जलता द्वीप ही दूसरे बुझे हुए द्वीपों को जलाकर इस ब्रह्मांड को प्रज्वलित करता है। और ये सब कुछ 40 दिनों में सदगुरु ने का बेड़ा उठाया और कर दिखाया। इस चैतन्य महाप्रभु को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। सभी विदेशी साधक मित्रों का तहे दिल से स्वागत करते हैं कि इन्होंने अपना कीमती समय देकर आकर अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर आने में तैयार किया। भारतीय साधक विदेशी साधकों किसी भी प्रकार की कठिनाई से माफी मांगते हैं। भारतीय मित्रों का भी धन्यवाद जो इस शुभ घड़ी के लिए आए। सारांश, सभी साधक एक पूरा परिवार हो गया, कोई देशी विदेशी नहीं रहा। विदाई के बाद भी परिवार दिखाई देगा। गलतियों के लिए माफी चाहिए। आपका अनुग्रहित औषध तो हो जाए, ये भी लिखा है। He has written तो हो जाए। He is thanking you all on my behalf. But this is my work. औषधन, धन्यवाद तो मुझे आप लोगों का करना है, वो मेरा हक भी है। आप सब मित्र यहाँ आए हैं इस ध्यान शिविर में भाग लेने के लिए। आप नहीं समझ सकते मैं आपका कितना आभारी हूं। मुक्त तो पहले ही हो चुका हूं, लेकिन इस शिविर से ऐसा लगता है जैसे गुरु ऋण से भी मुक्ति हो रही है। अत्यंत निर्भर महसूस करता हूं। कैसे तुम लोगों का धन्यवाद कर पाऊंगा कह नहीं सकता। He is saying he welcomes all the Western participant friends. If there was some mistake, so he is asking for forgiveness. From all the Indian participants. Again he is saying all the participants became a one family. There is no Indian, there is no Western. This family will remain even after we depart. Again, he is asking for forgiveness. I am saying, this is my right to thank you all. And you cannot imagine how I am feeling. You participated, you came here. This is really a gift to me. Because I am feeling very, very weightless. As if experiencing a kind of freedom which comes after you pay your debt of your master. Freedom he has given already. I don't know how to thank you all. But this is my right. I will be talking in English basically in the evening. Or maybe I'm not sure basically. We will have no time for talking. So if you have a question, you can ask today.